back to my channel, Custom Scrapbook Design by Christy Stubbs. It is Saturday again, and so that means we are back with another installment of my Scrappin Saturday Series. This is week 4, and I'm also participating in the open collaboration hosted by Jillian Norwood, and it's hashtag satmornmakes. So Saturday Morning Makes by a bunch of other crafters. They are participating in this open collaboration, so be sure to check out all of their channels and all of the fun creations that they have come up with. So let's get started on yet another Christmas layout. And again, I'm using the Pretty Little Studios Sugar Plum collection. So I've already pulled what I think I'm going to use today for the 2-page spread. I may be using some of these 6x6 papers. And then I've got these 2 pages. And for me, this is, again, a little out of my comfort zone. Usually for a 2-page spread, I would use 2 of the same paper. But I'm trying really hard to use what was in the 12x12 collection paper pack. That, and I could have pulled another one of these from my stock, but I could turn it around and do a 2-page spread that way, but I didn't like the red line, them being side by side. I chose this paper to coordinate with it, so hopefully we can come up with a 2-page spread that looks like it flows together. So the first thing that I need to do is cut off that branding strip on the bottom. So this one here is the angel cake. And we're just going to cut that strip right off. And then this sheet here is the lucky star. I love all those stars. So I kind of went through my packs of ephemera that I've been using in the past videos, and I will link them down below. I went through and pulled what I thought I would use on this layout. I'm getting a little better organized the more that I do this. And so I pulled tags and stars, and then I've already pre-cut some matting as well for the photos, and I'm going to double mat the photos for this particular layout. And I'm wanting to fit a lot of photos on here, so I've got quite a few mats. Once we get to it, we'll see if I actually end up using all of them. And then I also pulled the most wonderful time of the year phrase to use as well. So that's what I've thought that I might potentially use in this layout. And so I'm going to start by putting the photo mats together. So I really thought we'd pull the red, that kind of vibrant red, and it goes along with the layouts that I've been doing in the past as well. So with that being said, these mats are 1/4 inch bigger than what I'm going to stamp the mat with. So this one I'm going to stamp with the 4x6 place photo here stamp. So this will actually fit a true 4x6 photo. The white mat is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and then the red mat is 4 1/2 by 6 1/2. All right, and then this next photo mat is 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. So it is going to hold a 3x5 photo. So we'll go ahead and stamp that one as well. So we've got a 3x4 photo. and I really think that those are going to make the photos look nice. You spend a little extra time when you double matte like this, but I like the end result of it. So this one is for a 4x4 photo. So the white matte actually measures 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then the red matte measures 4 1/2 by 4 1/2. Oh, I grabbed the wrong stamp, the 3x3, so we'll go ahead and stamp these two. And those measure the 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and then the red matte would be 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. It gives you that nice border on there. And I just eyeball it and make sure that I've got the same reveal going all the way around. And let's see if we can pull the right stamp this time. And that was the 3x4. Let's see. Yep, the 3x4. Looks like that stamp is currently not able to locate that one at the moment, so we'll just move on and stamp this last one. And this last one is going to be for a 4x4 photo. Go. If I put my stuff away after I used it, it'd be much easier to find everything, but that would make life way too easy. All right, so there is the 4x4. Okay, so with that pretty much being done, we'll find that other stamp later. We're going to lay this out. And see what we can come up with. So this, like I said, will hold a slew of pictures. I like to put a lot of pictures on my pages. I think I've mentioned that in the past to you guys before. I just like to be able to fit lots of pictures on my pages so that I don't have a million scrapbooks when I'm done. All right, so this, I'm liking this layout. It's really hard for me using such beautiful pattern paper like this because I don't want to cover all of it up. So I feel like this still lets the paper kind of be the showcase here, and we still get quite a few photos on here. So my thought was, because we've got the stars over on this other page, that maybe we could pull the stars over onto this page and pull them on this outer edge. Now, my only thing that I wasn't too sure about was the fact that the stars kind of get lost in the background. So I honestly think that I might need to actually back some of these stars on a solid to help make them stand out. And I think because we've got the red everywhere already, that it might look kind of nice to back those stars on a red. So let's take a peek. We'll just do one of them. And of course, I'm going to ink because that's just what I do. So we'll ink this star, and then I'm going to glue that down. And then let's take a look at one of them before we go too crazy and do all of them. And make sure that that's actually the look that we want to have. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball how far I'm going in. And I'm going to go around it and get rid of some of this excess paper first, make it a little bit easier on myself. And then just cut in, and I'm going to go around the star one way. Cutting that in. And then try and meet that. Maybe we want a little narrower mat on that star. We'll see how that looks. I may have trimmed it a little too close when I did the trimming. We might not be able to get a good point on one of these ends, but that's all right, because if we can't, we can actually tuck that underneath one of the mats, and then you'll never notice that the point of the star is not pointed. Try and get this to be even all the way around. I might have to do a little trimming. I'm not the best at hand trimming things. It's kind of like fussy cutting. I'm not great at fussy cutting, but you know, we do what we can and it all works out. Okay, so that looks fairly even going all the way around. Let's take a look at that on the page. That definitely made a huge difference and made that star pop a little bit better. Got one side that seems a little bit thick. We're gonna trim that up some more yet. There we go. So I think we'll go ahead and definitely mat all of the stars. So I'll ink all of those and get those matted and ready to go. Okay, that was a process to get all of those cut apart, but we've got those all ready to go. So let's bring back in our tentative layout here and see what that looks like with the stars on there. So again, I think I want to keep the stars kind of to the left-hand side of the page so that it mimics that side. And we're just going to layer these a little bit. And then I think I want to take a few of them and actually put on the other side as well, because there's a lot of space on that other side, and yet I don't want to cover the stars over there with any of the pictures. So I think we'll just add a few of the backed stars over here and kind of fill in some of this. That one seems too big. Kind of fill in some of this over here too. So maybe we'll do the 2 hearts. And the stripes. Maybe we'll throw this one over here. All right, let's see. Not loving it yet. Just got to get the placement right. Okay, we'll go with that so far. And then I also pulled a bunch of tags. Oh, and my phrase. I want my phrase down here at the bottom. So I want to make sure and leave enough room for that. And then the tags that I pulled, I thought we could have them coming out from underneath the mats. Something along those lines. And then maybe pull one of them over here. Maybe that mouse over here coming out the top. And then let's see what maybe some of these stars that just have the white backing on them. And we might just leave them like that and scatter those throughout. Now I don't care for the yellow stars. I don't feel like I mean, they're cute and everything, but for this particular layout, I don't think that I would like to use them. I feel like maybe there's no other yellow really in this layout. So I will save those for another one. So I think, boy, that's a lot of stars. I think that I'm somewhat happy with this page. This page over here, I feel like it has maybe a little bit too much for stars. Maybe we need to pull something else in here. Here's another tag. Maybe we need to just do a full tag on the side right like that. And then that tag peeking out up there. I like that a little bit better. And then maybe you can kind of have that saying coming out of that star there. Okay, so we'll just set those to the side there and see if we actually even want to use those. And maybe we don't want to have quite so many stars over here either. Maybe that's what it is, too many stars. Maybe we just want to add a couple, kind of random. Yeah, I'm thinking I like it better, a little more open like that. And maybe in place of that one, maybe we switch those. Okay, I'm liking this much better. So we need to, I think these 2 tags here need to be backed. And just because I feel like they might blend in, let's try inking them first and see if that's going to give us enough to make it kind of pop off the page, or if we're going to need to back it with a solid paper. And I feel like if we back it, we might need to back it with something besides the red. I feel like we're getting a little bit heavy with the red, so we may end up actually backing that with something else. But let's see what it looks like just inked and see if that's enough to pop it up. Not quite. And maybe we can even like pop that heart tag up. With this paper from the 6x6 collection. I think that looks good. We'll put it on there. Okay, back to this green one. Not sure what I want to back that with. We want to use something actually, I think that would look pretty darn good. We'll use that one. Okay, I like the way that looks. So the last thing we need to back is this title. And we're going to go ahead and back that with the red. That looks good enough to me. And I think I just need to grab some ribbon for the tags. And then I do believe the tags we're ready to stick everything down. So I'm going to grab some ribbon and be right back. All right, I grabbed some pink ribbon. I think this pink goes really well with the pink in the paper and the pink stars. So we're going to just feed some ribbon through the back. Get it through there, through the back. And I've left the tail long. I'm trying to conserve my ribbon and get all of the ribbon for all the tags through there, through this one piece. We'll see if I actually cut it long enough. But there's one. And then I'm going to skip the green tag because if I didn't cut enough of this pink, I might actually grab some red ribbon to go through that one. We'll see. Just to add that red back in there on that side and to change it up a little bit so they're not all exactly the same. Hold that all the way through. Tighten that up. And I almost tightened that too tight. Almost went right through the paper. I felt it kind of pull. All right. And then we'll use the pink one on this one over here. For sure, it's got a lot of that pink color in there. I hope this video finds all of you spending your Saturday crafting or creating whatever craft it is that brings you joy, whether it be scrapbooking or something different. We all need to find time to create and have a little fun doing that. Definitely brings me a lot of joy. All right, and then this one, I cut just enough for this one too, so I will have to go grab some red for that last tag. We'll have one oddball one with some red ribbon. I think that'll look nice. I may change my mind once I grab the red, but we will start with that. Okay, I'm gonna grab a piece of red. add that to the green tag. One tail through, there's the second tail. All right, boy, I couldn't have done that any better. Just the right size. Okay, so we'll tuck that one under there. Now, I think that green tag just seems awfully big, so maybe we'll add one of these little stars to it. Ink the edges a little bit. Maybe that's what it needs. I'm just not loving the green tag, so we must need something on it. That works. All right, let's start sticking some of this down. So I'm going to use my tape runner to put everything down. Again, I like to use it just for the fact that I can move things around a little bit if I need to, which if you followed along and watched some of my previous videos, you know I tend to lift and move things more often than not. So we're going to set that one there. I'm not going to press down this other side because I want to get that tag underneath there first. And I want to get that straight. I'm going to go a little ways under there. I think that might be my issue with the green tag too, is maybe I've got too much of it sticking out, like it's too bulky coming out of the photo mat. So there's the first one. Let's stick down this next one. Let's kind of check placement. Make sure we've got plenty of room. I'm going to just stick down that side, and then we're going to stick that tag under there. Yeah, I think that looks good. I might actually need to bring this one down a little bit just to allow for a little more space in between the mats. So let's pull that down a little bit. And if we've got just a little space at the top, a little space in between, try and get that somewhat equal. Oh, I'm going to pull that mat down. And then we'll get this mat hooked down as well. And we've got about equal distance between, again, not pressing that side down until we get this mat or this tag. And this tag, I really don't want tucked under very far because I want to keep the integrity of the bottom of the tag there. I really like that patchwork look, and it's not too much tag sticking out. All right, so there are the photo mats. Now we'll stick down the stars. I kind of went wild with my tape runner. There we go. And we'll just randomly place the stars. Again, I would use glue, but until I'm 100% done, I know that I will move things around. So we want to have the ability to do so. But I'm really liking the red underneath those stars. It definitely helps to make those pop just a little bit. Okay, so there's that side, and that other star that we want to put on this tag here. I'm liking that. I think that looks good. Now let's go to the other side and see if we can get this how we like it and hook all of this down. So we're going to start with the phrase at the bottom because I want to make sure that we have plenty of room for that. And we're going to bring that pretty close to the bottom only because we've got a lot of stuff to try and squeeze in, and I want to be able to have some spacing in between all of that stuff. So I'm going to tuck the star back behind that. And this tag we're going to leave out by itself rather than tucking it under anything. And see, I had that on there straight and changed my mind, of course, and put it on there a little crooked. I like the looks of it that way, only that's all right. We're kind of leaning over the stars here, but I think that's okay. Okay. Now, we need to bring this down. And I pressed down on that pretty good and ripped that paper. And that's okay, because we will cover that with this little star. Just like that. We'll hook this mat down. Okay, and then we'll bring this photo mat down and that one there, and we'll be able to tuck that mouse. Yeah, we're going to want to tuck the mouse at the top of that one. So let's get this photo mat ready to go down. And then the last photo mat. And then a couple little stars. Boy, this one came together. Besides all the fussy cutting, the layout itself came together really nicely. And actually, rather quickly. And once I get this last star on here, let's take a look at it and see what we think of the two different base papers for a 2-page spread. I'd love to hear you guys' opinion on it, so leave a comment what you think of the two different base pages for this 2-page spread. I kind of really like it. I think it worked out really well, and I think part of what made it work was the bringing of the stars from the one page over to the other, and then pulling this kind of pattern in this background, pulling that on this tag over here then too. So I think it helped to tie the 2 pages together really, really well. So once again, thanks for hanging out with me on another Saturday for this Scrappin Saturday series. I will link all the products that I used in this down below. They're all on my website. And be sure to check out all the other collaborators that are part of the hashtag satmornmakes. And I will have that listed as well. And check out all of the other crafters and that are collaborating on that. And have a wonderful Saturday, everyone. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, be sure to like this video and subscribe to stay up to date. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.